I'm Marty Pfeffer, and I live in Lafayette.
And he's running for city council.
Yeah. First time running for office too, but it's something that we felt was important because there's going to be 5 city council seats open up in November here in Lafayette. So we're trying to pack the house, get people in there who can start making these community rights decisions, and see where we get with it. Oh, what else are we going to do? The other people on the council or who are going to run for the council don't know anything about this. They're not that invested as we are. I had a client about a year ago, and she's in this room, asked me what I knew about fracking here in Lafayette, and I said, well, I've been hearing about it. I don't know much about it. So she told me quite a bit. She gave me some stuff to read. And she said, there's a meeting tonight. Just happens to be an EBCU meeting tonight, so why don't you come? So a year later, I'm running for office. It's been a pretty steep learning curve, but it's been the most compelling experience of my life, pretty much. In a nutshell, EBCU maintains that what environmentalism has become is an organized method of negotiation for the terms of surrender to environmental exploitation, which has been repeated here. And back in the 1960s, I remember environmentalism was, it was about protection and sustenance of the earth, of the environment, and we began to realize that we're part of this, rather than the earth was just something to exploit for wealth, which is how we were raised, and that's what I mean, it's still happening, but there was a different consciousness then. And back then, environmentalism had nothing to do with negotiation. It was about totally going in a different direction, like reconnecting to what had been here, for centuries. An appreciation of being on the earth and a consciousness. I mean, I think we all know that, but it's amazing how things have changed. And now environmentalism is not about that anymore. It's about this. It's just like how many pieces of the pie can we sort of preserve, and how badly are we going to get fracked, or how badly are we going to be poisoned? How bad is our air? How minimally can we keep the poison from happening? And at EBCU, that's not negotiable. And probably everybody feels that way in this room. EBCU was founded in 2012 with just a few people who are still involved. And they quickly realized that the fight to resist oil and gas development in Colorado was a bigger fight for the rights of local communities. Then and now the state of Colorado can overturn decisions by local governments. Thomas fleshed that out really fully. Let's see here. In 2012, Longmont residents passed a ban on hydraulic fracturing within the city limits. And in 2013, EBCU wrote, sponsored, promoted, and successfully passed a Community Bill of Rights in Lafayette, recognizing people's rights to clean air, pure water, and a renewable energy future, and banning oil and gas drilling as a violation of those rights, which was, to this day, that's the most comprehensive anti-fracking bill on the books in Colorado. CELDEF offered pro bono defense of the Community Bill of Rights, and EBCU was named applied to be an intervener in the case, and the City of Lafayette City Council declined, and COGA, Colorado Oil and Gas Association, teamed up with the council to try to get rid of the Community Bill of Rights in a lawsuit, which they did. Let's see. CELDEF and EBCU were strategizing for the case to be tried within a larger context of a community rights challenge to state preemption on constitutional grounds, which had not been done in Colorado, and it still has not been done. In 2017, there was a climate bill of rights that was successfully approved by the city council as an ordinance. That wasn't approved by the voters. And so one of the things that we're looking at is a possibility of trying to make that into a charter amendment where the voters will have a chance to vote on that, so it will be instated, and then the city council can't do anything about it. And it'll exist like the Community Bill of Rights did. And we expect it might get challenged. Well, it will get challenged. But maybe once again we can try to leverage that into a statewide or a national case around establishing community rights versus the rights of corporations.